welcome back to the vlog. I know it's been a while. I really need to get on here and do more videos, but I've been so busy. My youngest just graduated high school, so finally all of my children are now adults. So I don't know exactly what that means for an 18-year-old, but I know what she thinks it means. So we kind of have two different opinions on that. But anyway, I'm back and I'm hoping to try to do more videos in the future. I've been working with a producer who does a streaming network channel, and I'm actually doing an arts and craft show on his channel. So I will link that channel below so you guys could go check that out. He does a lot of different shows on his streaming channel. He has a cooking show. He does a Thirsty Conversations, which he just has different people in that he talks to about different topics, different things. Some of them have been pretty cool. I actually have watched all of his, so they're really fun. But yeah, we've been working on that. The first arts and craft video actually went live about a week and a half ago. It came out pretty good. I'm pretty excited about it. So yeah, so today actually I am working on a project that I found. I follow a girl on YouTube. Again, I will link her channel below. Her name is Andy. She is from Dubai, and she has some really good tutorials for beginner sewers. So if you're just starting out, or you're coming back into the sewing world like I am, and you want some simple projects to get you up and running again, Andy has some great ones, and her tutorials are fantastic. She literally takes her time and does step by step, and I love her. I mean, she's really good. Not that other people aren't, but I love her simplicity of things and how she goes step by step and makes it really easy. It gives you instruction and ways to make it easier, to make it work and come together. So she actually did a bucket hat, which I actually made one of these bucket hats. So it's super cute. I actually love it, and yes, it is reversible. Although my tag is not reversible. I thought these tags were reversible. But this is actually, I made this for my grandson. So he's gonna have this for the summer and 4th of July. I'm working on the boys' 4th of July shirts. And I got my little tag in there. I don't know if you can see it. Made with love by Nana, or Nana loves you, or whatever it says. Yeah, so I figured I would, people have asked me, hey, you did these bucket hats, how did they come out, how were they? They're a simple project, but they're not a simple project. So for me, there's a circle involved. Circle. And I'm not good with sewing a circle. So I've been practicing on that circle, and I don't think I did too bad on this one. This one actually came out really cool. I mean, I don't have any, there's no puckering, there's no flaws. I actually did pretty good on this. I do need to iron it a little to get it all flattened out. My seams actually, let's see where are my seams. Oh yeah, my seams, still I have a little work to be done on the seams. They didn't match up completely, but no one's gonna notice that, so I'm not worried about it. So yeah, so I decided that I will do a tutorial, since a couple people were like, hey, why don't you do this tutorial on there? And I was gonna do it, it was gonna be one of my projects on the streaming channel, but I decided that I would do some other things on the streaming channel, and then I can go ahead and do this one on my channel. I think that I might be able to transfer the streaming channel episodes maybe into my YouTube channel, and it's pretty cool because, like I said, there's a lot of content on there. I'm on there. Like I said, I will go ahead and link his channel below. I'll go ahead and link Andy's channel below, so you guys can all check her out too. And it's kind of cool to me, you know, being on YouTube and following different people and actually interacting with these people, because a lot of the people I follow have Facebook and Instagram. Some have Discord channels, so you really can interact with these people, and it's kind of cool to get to know people not only all across our country but outside of our country, like Andy. She's from Dubai. All right, so let's get into this tutorial. It is, like I said, pretty simple. There are two, it's got a lining, this hat, and the lining, I just use cotton, 100% cotton. But for the outside, I'm using cotton canvas because this is a little bit thicker, so it kind of holds the shape of the hat. You can, if you want to just use cotton, you want to use whatever kind of material you want to use. If it's a thinner material, you can go ahead and put an interfacing on the outside pieces, and it will be a little bit more sturdy. I've seen so many different people making these bucket hats, and you know, they make them so many different ways. I mean, there's no, I'm telling you, it's a simple project, but so many different ways people do this. So my way is the way I learned from Andy, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how I did it. So you do the pattern that I have. I can't find it. It's 3 pieces. I bought it off Andy's YouTube channel. She's got a link underneath her video. Just type in bucket hat and she's gonna come right up. So, and you just, there's only 3 pieces, just 3. The top, again, for the lining and for the outside, and then there's 2 pieces for the middle and 2 pieces each for, I should have had these opened already, for the top. So you've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 pieces total. It's really only 3, but you're putting them all together. You're only sewing really together 3 pieces. All right. So what we're going to do first is you want to put your hat pieces, there's, like I said, there's 3 pieces. So you're going to want to put your, I'll call it top, middle, and bottom, because that's how it goes on the top. So you want to just attach your pieces, your top and your bottom. Oh, I cut these a little off. And just pin these together. I have a little excess here, so I'm gonna, and then you just put them together, and then you do the same with the bottom piece, we're gonna call it. You just want to pin those, just pin the ends. That's all we're gonna do for now, because we're gonna actually sew these ends together. And again, I have a little excess, not sure. I must have been in a hurry when I was cutting these. I don't like to cut my patterns while I'm on the video, because I am so bad at it. I have such a hard time with cutting patterns out. I don't know why. And if you guys could give me some input on how you do it, you know, I mean, I pin them, you know, I do everything that I think I'm doing right. And for some reason, it just, I never can get them to line up perfectly. They're never exactly the same size. Everything's not straight, but I'm not worried about everything being straight, because I know when I sew these, you know, I'm going to have that seam allowance, and I'm not going to worry too much about that. But yeah, that's what I just, ugh, it's terrible. So it gives me anxiety like crazy. So you've got 2 outer pieces and 2 inner pieces, which are, your inner pieces are your lining. And like I said, we're just pinning just the ends. Make this pretty simple. Like I said, I only made one, so this is as beginner as you can get. Okay, so we have the 2 outer pieces. Oh, you're down here. And the 2 inner pieces. All right, so what we're going to do first is we're going to go ahead and just stitch along each end on all 4 pieces. So just go ahead and do that. Now once you have these sewn, what you want to do is take all 4 pieces over to your iron, and these seams, outside seams that you just created, you just sewed these up, fold them over and iron them flat. So you want to do that for all 4 pieces. Then once you have them flat, then you're going to want to lay them flat like this, and you're going to want to iron the ends here. Just iron them, make sure your seams are lined up, because these are going to make the creases that you're going to need when you put the bucket hat pieces together. When you're attaching them to the actual top of the hat, the bottom of the hat, so you want those really ironed so you have a good seam in there. So when you open it up, you're going to be able to see that kind of a seam. Okay, so again, you want to do that on all 4. Okay, then once you have your pieces all lined up, creased, you can mark the corners if you want with a little pen or whatever, marker, whatever you use, fabric marker. And if you're afraid you're not going to see the seams. Okay, so then we're going to take our smaller pieces. As you see, the 2 lining pieces, one is a little smaller than the other. So we're going to take the small ones, both the lining and the outside. And we're going to take our 2 circles, and we're going to fold the circle in half. And again, we're going to iron a seam, because we're going to match this this top. So you fold it over, make a seam, and then we're going to fold it the other way. So you're going to have kind of like a cross or an X or whatever you want to call it on your material. And again, these are very important because these are where you're going to line up your pieces. Okay, so set that one aside, and we'll do the same with the other one. And then do it the other way, just line them up, make sure you got them the right place. Okay, so now that you have those pieces together, everything's got its little seams and whatnot, you're going to need some pins. So we're going to take the lining piece first. You can do whichever piece you want, it doesn't matter. And we're going to fold it so your right side's facing out, and we're going to stick it inside our small piece with the narrow end at the top. So you have like a smaller section on top, and it's wider at the bottom. So you want to take your round top, we're calling this the top, and you're going to line it up, line up your seams. So I would do all 4 where you creased it, I'm going to call them seams, and just pin the 4 sides. Working with the cotton canvas, I like it because it is thicker. So I feel like it works a little bit better. And then just line those up. And then you want to use a lot of pins on this just to hold everything together. So then you're just going to go around the base and just pin. Just keep pinning. Have, you know, enough pins where it's not going to come apart. Everything's going to stay where it needs to stay. And just pin it all the way around. Okay, so then I have it pinned all the way around. Then I'm going to do that with the outer lining as well. So we'll put them right sides together, line up the seams, and start pinning. And then your lining. So we're going to take this over to the sewing machine, and we are just going to stitch a 1/4 inch all the way around. Okay, so now you have 2 tops to your bucket hat. So you just flip these over, and then you have your top. Same with your outside piece. Just flip them over. And there you have that. Now if you have one of those contraptions where you could stick it inside the hat and iron it, I don't know what they're called, go ahead and do that if you feel the need. I don't really feel the need to iron this flat. It's working out pretty good. Okay, so then we're going to go to the next step, which is putting on the bottom piece. So again, you've got a short side, I don't know if you can see that, short side and a long side. So you want to put it down, the long side down, and you're going to put right sides together. And you just kind of put it right over the top, just like that. And then you're going to, again, line up your seams and pin those as well. You want to line up the 4 side. Just go ahead and line those all up, and make sure that you have the longer side, the bigger side at the bottom, or you will get a bunch of bunched up material. But you'll know right away that you put it on wrong, because you will have a whole bunch of bunched material. I did that with the first one I made, and I didn't get very far. I just couldn't get it to line up so I could pin it. And then I realized, oh wait, I need to do this the other way. I need this to be the smaller side at the top. Okay, so once you get your 4 sides, corners, whatever you want to call these, just go ahead and again go around the entire hat and just pin. More pins the better. Everything will stay together better. And just pin those. The more pins the better. Never have too many pins. Even if you are a avid sewer, this is definitely going to require some pins. And then go ahead and do the same thing with the other piece. Just make sure, again, the small side is at the top. So you're matching small side at the top. Pin all 4 sides. This is kind of a different video for me. I'm usually just talking and, you know, talking about things. I haven't done any tutorial videos because I'm not usually really good at these. But because I've been doing the streaming channel it has given me an opportunity to actually do some projects and be filmed doing them. And that has helped me gain my confidence to actually do some YouTube tutorials. So now you have two, and we're gonna go ahead and just sew around the top of each of these, about a 1/4 inch seam allowance. So now we have two, and you just want to flip this just like that, and you're going to flip the other one, and it's actually looking like a bucket hat. Look at that. All right, so we're going to line these up, right sides together, and then we're going to put this one inside and line up the seams again. And I'm going to pay close attention this time because I definitely want mine to be lined up this time. Last time I didn't really line these up, like I said, 100%. So we're going to make this one better. And just go around and do all 4 sides. And once you have all 4 sides together, go ahead again and just pin all the way around. This is where we're sewing the hat together. Now you do want to leave about a 2-inch opening somewhere on where you're pinning. It doesn't really matter where. I don't leave a huge opening because this is not real thick material. And you can either mark it with your fabric pen, or you can, you know, put your pin where you're gonna put it sideways, or if you put your pin sideways and you put it straight up so you know where it's at. So I have my opening here, and I just put it in sideways. So now we're gonna go, and about a 1/4 inch seam allowance, even smaller if you can get smaller, all the way around, leaving this little opening right at the top. If you have, I almost forgot, if you have a tag that you want to put in, and it's not a, you know, not one that you have to flat sew or whatever, these are the folded ones that I use. So this is a good time to go ahead and stick it in there. And it doesn't really matter where you put it, because you can wear the hat however I'll just put that in the side like that, because we're going to sew right over this. And I am going to clip this so I remember where this is at. All right, and then we'll just go ahead and sew all the way around. Like I said, about a 1/4 inch, maybe 1/8 of an inch, as close as you can get to the top. Alrighty. So there you have all the way around. So now you're going to take your opening, and you're just going to flip the hat through. Just kind of go slow, be careful with it. I'm using cotton canvas, so this is actually a little bit thicker. So you just kind of want to be careful pushing it through there, so you don't open up any seams or anything. And then you want to stick your lining inside. And then you just kind of want to go around the outside, line up your inside and outside. And you're going to get to your opening, and you want to just kind of tuck that in. And again, I like to sew all this because then it keeps it, or I mean iron all this because then it keeps it kind of in place. So then what I do is I just top stitch all the way around the top of the hat. And this secures everything in place. and I do as close to the end of the hat as possible. And there you have your bucket hat. That's all that's to it. This one's for my granddaughter Aurora. I have a couple more to make for the kids, and check it out. My seams, what? Perfectly lined up. Not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah, so there you have it. So it's pretty simple, right? I mean, it's a little time consuming, but they are definitely fun. And you can, on these, oh, I got a string here that I got to get rid of. You can add to these more, make them more decorative, or, you know, add a name, embroider a name. You just have to do it before you put all the pieces and parts together. But you could go ahead and do another stitch all the way around the bottom, or another stitch along this brim just to hold it in place a little bit better. But other than that, you can do whatever you want with these. Use any material. The cotton canvas, I find now that I've used the cotton canvas and just cotton, I find that the cotton canvas is the best bet so far. I am going to make one using corduroy. I want to see how it comes out using corduroy material, because that might be pretty cool. So we'll have to see how that comes out. Well, anyway, I've been out here long enough for you guys. Probably the longest video I've ever done. So I hope you guys have a great Saturday. And I hope you learned a little bit from the bucket hat tutorial, I guess you could call it. Never did a tutorial like this before on my channel, but here you have it. And again, you can iron all this stuff out to make it nice and flat and smooth and pretty and everything. I'm probably going to use my Cricut and put the kids' names on the front of these hats. That's all I have for you guys. I hope you have a great weekend, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and you'll get notified every time I upload a video. Again, thank you guys. Thanks for all your support, and hopefully this video wasn't too boring and you learned something. Have a great day, guys.